All right, can you hear me now? I think it's whenever I put my thing into, gosh darn it, I've been talking this whole time again. Gosh darn it. Robert was just coming in here to tell me. Let me try this again. Can you hear me now? Okay, yeah, I took out the mic, so just give me a second. Can you hear me now? I put the thing back in. Hi, Charlene. You can hear? Okay, Robert said we're good. Gosh darn it. I even checked to make sure, but I guess whenever not as loud. Okay. Not as loud. I don't know why some people have a hard time hearing me with the mic. I feel like on my end, every time I turn on my live, when I have my mic, it's so much clearer. I don't know. Okay, let me send this over to the broadcast channel because we are at a different time, right? I normally go on typically in the evenings and typically later, but I had to change it up just a bit since school started back up so I can be available with my kiddos and the hubby when the kids go to bed. So I'm just having to change up the schedule a little bit, y'all. All right, let me know if you guys can hear me and let me know, does it sound okay right now? I know Charlene said it's not as loud, but I'm not really sure if that's just for her or is that everybody. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Mary. And Trina is on. Barbara. Hi. Yeah. Anyways, had sound issues again. Okay, so we're going to start all over. We are doing the snow globe today, okay? We are doing the snow globe, and the only parts the snow globe comes with is going to be the base and these two pieces to make kind of the bottom part of the snow globe, okay? Other than that, you can choose the design you want. If you don't care for a design to be in the top part, if you send me a message, I could probably come up with like a small little sitting snowman of some sort, or a tree or something to add in here for you. Okay. Thank you guys. Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. Today we're going to use Ocean Mist, Bright White, and Black Velvet. You can darken and lighten the Ocean Mist with your black and your white. So those are the three that I'm going to focus on. Okay. And, oh, this is from the Porch Leaner sign. Right, so if you haven't seen it yet, it comes in 3 pieces. All right, looks like this. You just glue them together. It's a porch leaner. You can turn it into a snowman. You could do double-sided and do like pumpkins on the back. I do have some add-ons coming tomorrow for the full-sized porch leaner, okay? Today we're finishing up the third part of the porch leaner when we took that porch leaner and we actually turned it into 3 different projects. Here are the projects. So this is the middle circle. You can see there, it's the middle circle, and then I created some add-ons. So we did a cauldron, and then back there we did the pumpkin spice latte. That is with the larger bottom part of the snowman leaner, okay? And then the top part, we are doing the snow globe, okay? So you've got Halloween, a fall, and a winter Christmas-y one. All right? Okay, let's paint this. I'm going to go ahead and just paint it all white. And then, and I think I'm just going to use some regular paint real quick. This just helps me paint it just a tad bit faster. Okay. Well, it doesn't help if my paintbrush is all dirty. Let's just try and use this one. Oh, nope, here's my other one. I like this brush. All right, so I am just going to do, was I supposed to do this color? I'm pretty sure I was supposed to do Ocean Mist now. Now that I've already painted it white, pretty sure it was supposed to be Ocean Mist. It's fine. We'll paint it white first. And then we'll go back and we'll paint it our Ocean Mist color. I definitely had a brain fart there. I think I was going back and forth about which color to do there for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what? No, let me do it this way. I'll do Ocean Mist. And then I'll come back on and I'll paint the snow. Well, I obviously forgot what I told myself what I was supposed to do. Alright, so I'm just using some acrylic paint, actually, and I really dislike the smell of it. Not a fan. I don't usually use acrylic paint, but I am trying it today. I did try it yesterday as well, and I did not like the smell either. So this might be the last time I use it. I feel like it smells like house paint. I don't know. Could just be me. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go ahead and paint it with our Ocean Mist here in a second. I feel like I'm making a mess already. I'm like, I can't even lean up against my desk. I'm going to get paint all over me. Goodness. Sold 2 more of your large pumpkins. Yay! I'm so happy for you, Terry. I need to be more like you. I need to sell my stuff. Anybody want to buy anything behind me? Feel free, make an offer. Send me a message. I'm so bad at doing that. I'm so bad at doing that. Okay. Well, I know somebody, was it Sherry? Sherry wanted my scarecrow. Look, you guys, I hung it. I put one of those cable thingies on the back, and I hung that one up. My allergies, I have noticed that acrylic paint, ugh, I don't like it. I typically just paint with our paste, and I love the way that our paste paints. I just decided to see if it was going to be another option that's like, you know, okay. Actually, yesterday I did it because I thought it would be a little thinner and it wouldn't go into the scoring for the peanut stuff. And it wasn't. I think our paste is better. But you made it, I know, right? Just put it on my page. Yeah, I'm terrible at it. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do a farmhouse blue base. We sure are. All right, so if I do farmhouse blue, let's just go ahead and paint the base. Let's just do it. All right, so I'm gonna grab my blue here. I told you guys that we were going to try and just do like Ocean Mist, Bright White, and Black Velvet. And I am also adding to that some Farmhouse Blue. Because I need it to match. I need it to match my stuff. Alright, so we're just going to paint. I can just set this here. We're going to paint this base, and then we're also going to paint the base of the snow globe with this color as well. All right, and on this bottom part of the base, I don't need to paint inside of that rectangle that I have scored, because that's just where you're going to glue down that inside piece. So you don't have to do that part. Farmhouse blue. I know, I'm switching it up today, Sonia. Switching it up. Don't fall out of your chair now. Nope, never seen it. This is a new... Y'all are funny. Are y'all tired of my farmhouse blue yet? Is that what you're telling me? I feel like I need to get my own mixer and start making like batches of this if Chalk doesn't come out with a nice, pretty dark blue color soon. Autumn instead of fall. Oh my gosh. The snow globes, yeah. Oh, I miss them. This is my favorite part because it is winter. Oh, yes. I know. It's super cute, isn't it? I know. I need them to make it. It would be great. I would appreciate it. I don't think that they're going to make it, but I can send them my recipe and they'll make a chart for it pretty much. Is what was recommended or said that can be done. So, I mean, in that case, I should have called it Breeze Blue. Breeze Farmhouse Blue, huh? Nah, it's okay. I would like to get a consistent recipe, though, for it. That way anybody can make it, Julie. So long as you follow the recipe, right? Okay. So now we're going to bring this part out real quick so I can see where we need to place these. All right, so this bottom part here, I can just paint in this blue. Pretty much this whole bottom part. Oh, sorry. Just snorted. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me just paint. So, how are you guys doing today? Each dry make comes out a little bit different. Yeah. That one time I made it, I literally mixed like the entire 2 jars together. All of Ocean Mist, all of Cadet, and then I just slowly started adding Black Velvet. So mine did too. Yeah, I know. It could have been worse. You're right. Oh man, no. Have fun vacuuming. I'm good. You know what? I don't mind vacuuming, actually. It is the picking up everything else before you can vacuum part that I don't like doing. It's not the vacuuming itself. I don't mind the vacuuming. It's before you get to vacuum that I don't care for. The cleaning part. When I worked for Prudential, if you came up with an idea and submitted it to home office, they reward you with money if they use your idea. Oh, that's fun. That's smart on them. Let's see. It had a hot mess. Yeah, it was a little challenging to do like all of that. Like to do it all in one at one time. 2 jars. That was a bit hard. Riley went to school. She's good. And sell to us. I know, I wish I could. We'll see. I don't know. Is this not the cutest? Ah, my cute little orange bows. He's never heard of cleaning a floor. Oh. Yeah, that can be a bit challenging. Okay, so we're going to do the background here in Ocean Mist, but I'm going to lighten it up again, okay? So we've done this. We did this yesterday. I think the background for the Scarecrow was also the same thing, okay? We did... Sorry, I have too many brushes in my brush thingy. All right, so we're gonna take Farmhouse Blue here. Not Farmhouse Blue, we're taking Ocean Mist. And we're gonna get some bright white. Let's lighten this up a bit. All right, I did about half and half because I do want it to be quite a bit lighter. I want it to be like a light sky. I don't want it to be super dark. So I think that looks good. Again, I did about half and half. This way, if we want to use the Ocean Mist on top of this layer, we definitely can. All right. So here we go. We shall paint. Ooh, pretty. I don't have to get like all the way up at the bottom because we're going to cover it with one of those pieces, one of these 2 pieces here. Oop, I missed something. A moose, 150-pound moose? Whoa. Okay, hold on. Love the mug. Yay, thanks. Glad she's feeling better. Me too. Are you going to use that stuff? Are you going to use that stuff that makes it look like water? Oh, the liquid glass? The liquid glass? I think that might be a bit much to do on this one. I think it's just going to be a stand. I think it's just going to be a shelf sitter. Now, you could do it, but I did not plan on using it to make it look like a ton of water. But we'll see how it goes. You could just use epoxy and lay it over it when it's done. That might look pretty cool. I'd have to find a flat spot that this could sit at for 24 hours and not be moved. And then I could attempt that. Oh, your dog. I mean, your dog. Golden Lad sheds every day, yeah. Yeah, I think I would try the epoxy. But I would do the regular epoxy resin, not the UV resin, because that would be a lot of UV resin you'd have to use. Which, I mean, if you're okay with using it, that's fine. I think it's doable. All right, so there is our blue color. All right, I think that looks good. We're going to set that aside to dry. All right. And then let's paint these two pieces right here. I think we're just going to do them in white. I think white will look best for these. So let's do that. Okay. And I am using my chalk paste this time, not that acrylic paint. I mean, if you need to paint the background with something other than chalk paste, I do recommend like Waverly chalk paint versus chalk paste. Has a better coverage, but it is, it is a lot like how you would paint with chalk paste as well. It's just thicker. The coverage is good, but it's already ready for you in a little bit more of a paint-like consistency, whereas the paste is going to be a little bit thicker, right, unless you thin it out. I have some on my Amazon site. You can get them at Walmart, Hobby Lobby. Okay. I think that is just about ready. Needed to add a little bit of water to help thin it out just a bit. Okay. All right, we're going to use the white here in a little bit. But what I can do is I can go ahead and glue this base down. That way it is ready to go for us later. I'm gonna hold it down real quick just to make sure it is glued. Thank you. Another jar and you don't. Oh no! Yes, y'all, there are some jars of paste in the cell section. Ocean Mist is one of them. I got Ocean Mist. I did go back and order some more today, so I got quite a few things. So comment winter down below and I will send you the link. You'll go to the chalk site. Yes, you will see the porch leaner and you will see the Hello Winter, but you can also add whatever else you want. So I do recommend going to the Sell tab. There's so many cute things that they brought back. And also if you haven't got the glow in the dark paste, you can grab that. And then they had shimmer peach cobbler. Okay. They had currant jam, wisteria was in there, ocean mist was in there. I know I had bought all of those. I bought a few of those because I go through ocean mist like now that I use all the blues. I go through ocean mist, a couple of them at least, every few months. What else? I don't know. Just go look at it. I posted it in the broadcast channel this morning, so. Is it better to not paint where you glue the wood? You're talking about like the middle. I didn't paint the middle. I didn't paint it because I didn't want to paint it. You can paint it if you want. It doesn't really matter. But I didn't paint it just to save on paint or paste. Yeah. But I haven't seen it really make a big difference either way. So just preference. Sometimes I'll paint it all the way because it'll bug me. But I've gotten pretty good about like, if it's scored and I know where I don't need to paint, I just won't. Oh, and then again, don't forget to get this one. This one's super cute. All right, so we're just going to dry this. What else? I don't know. I was trying to think of something that I could talk about while I'm drying, but you know. Yes, the glow in the dark is on the sale. Okay, so I'm going to put the transfer on here. I'm not going to go all the way up just yet. I mean, I might just go ahead and do the whole thing. My goal is I want to do the outline of the snowman, and I'm going to paint the snowman in. Then I'll go back on top with black to kind of bring it all together. Okay, so let's get our wax here. Remember, placement tape is on sale. Color trays are on sale as well as the fuzzing cloths. They're on sale too, you guys. So grab them. These are on sale. I recommend you having two. Just makes it easier, especially whenever you do like a bigger project. Even a size E, you can do a size E with two of these fuzz cloths. That really does help. All right, let us see. So we're going to put this on here. Let me make sure this is kind of, oh man, see? That paint up there was not dry. I think it's that layer on the bottom I did. That's terrible. I'm like, oh no, what do I do? It kind of looks like snow a little bit, so I'm just going to leave it. But what I don't recommend is painting with acrylic paint. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so before I completely set this down, I want to be sure it is even. And when I put these things on, is it gonna look fine? Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna press it down. We're gonna do our snowman in white, but we're gonna do this up here in black. Okay, that way that part up there is already done. I have to wash my transfer anyway, so we might as well just do that all at the same time. So I've got black and I've got white here. So we're gonna go with some white, and we're just gonna go over our snowman only. I am gonna do the little snow next to him, not the snowflakes. Okay, that's done. We're gonna grab some black. I thought about doing this in farmhouse blue too. I decided black instead because I just felt like it would stand out a little bit more, but definitely up to you. Okay. And I even got a little bit of black on. Oh man, it's pulling up so much of it, y'all. That white paint ruined it. Note to self, don't do it. I really think I just need to scratch it. Let's see. Let me clean this first while I think. Stir sticks. Yeah, so the problem was that we painted with some acrylic paint on the bottom first, and I may not have just let it dry long enough before I put the paste on top. Either that or it's just the acrylic paint itself. I don't use acrylic paint. That's the thing. And I tried it today. Not doing it again. So, kind of a bummer, but we'll figure it out. I will dry it, sand it, we can repaint it, right? Because it's just the top part. It's not like we have to do all the other stuff. But I think what we got to try and do here is get this paint off. So I might have to let it sit. I don't know. Let's see. Hi. Uh-oh. Oh, it's coming off. Kind of. We even put a ton of wax on it, you guys. And it still was like, nope. I just don't think the acrylic paint is a good enough paint to adhere to the wood. It's just my personal opinion. I feel like I've done something similar to this in the past and it just didn't do well. Or it just didn't dry all the way. Could be one of the two. Also, we did use it yesterday though. We did use it yesterday. I tried it yesterday because I thought it was going to be a little bit thinner to do the peanuts. And we did do it. And it didn't come off too much. It came off a little bit, but not too much. So it could just be that it wasn't dry enough. Which is an option. All right. So we have cleaned Let me clean the front side here. All right. Oops. Let me hang this back up. And wipe this back down one more time. We're going to use it again, so I'm just going to put it back on my fuzzing cloth here until we use it again. Okay. All right, let's bring this little guy back out. So let me show you what it looks like. I mean, which again, I could just leave it and paint in when I need to, right? What do you guys think? Do you want to see me just redo it so that way if something happens and you know how to redo it as well? Or do you want me to keep going? Yeah, I think maybe it just wasn't dry because it looks like the top layer just didn't want to stick to that back layer. Chalk paint is much thicker than acrylic paint. Yeah. You want me to keep going? Can you all see it? I mean, I don't think it looks like terrible. It's kind of cool looking, but you could redo it. You could leave it like that. Hi, Aunt Ivy. Sherry says redo. Charlotta says keep going. I've got 1 and 1. It does make it look a little rustic. I mean, we could just scruff it up. I mean, what does it hurt? It doesn't hurt anything to just keep going and test it out. All right. So if you were to scrap it, I would just sand it down. Okay, I would sand it down and then repaint it. I would repaint it white and then repaint it whatever other color you want. It just helps to get it back to like a smoother color where you don't see all of the mess ups from underneath. Okay, so we did his nose in marmalade. We could go ahead and do his scarf in our farmhouse blue. Okay. And then if we don't like the way it is, then I can show you how to scrap it after we're done, and then I just won't redo it live. All right, so right now I am just painting in. I am not watering it down much at all. I really want it to be a vibrant color, so it's not like watercoloring, okay? Plus, we have wax already on here, so it's not going to be very easy to watercolor anyway, because the wax just repels the water. So we want it to stay a little bit on the thicker side. But again, we're just painting in. We're painting in the scarf. Okay. There we go. Let's see. The bottom of his shoes, we could probably paint them in white because they're going to be black anyway. That way it looks kind of like he was walking on snow. We could do his buttons though. His buttons probably will go ahead and match his scarf. Okay. All right. Now we just need to paint his arms. I'm going to go ahead and use, I have espresso here, but I think I'm going to mix espresso with a little bit of camel. Just a little bit. So it's not so dark. He's tossing the snow. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it could be a happy accident, right? So, like, you just never know. This is true. All right, so I've got some camel here mixed with a little bit of espresso. More camel than espresso. Okay. I don't like that brush. That one's a little bit... This might be like bark, and might even be a little bit lighter than bark. Now that I'm like looking at it, it's still a little lighter than bark, but it's a really good color for like tree branches. Okay. Oop, missed my cup there. All right, so that was espresso and camel that I mixed for that. And then now let's go ahead and fill in the rest of our snowman with white. Let's see. What brush do we want here? I think I want this one. And I might have to do 2 coats of this white. It's either there's still a little bit of water on my brush so it's not filling in, you know, like a little bit thicker. It does kind of look like he's throwing snow. All right, we're painting in his shoes as well because when we go over this, everything that is white currently will be black. So we're going to go back over the transfer, but in black, just to kind of bring the whole picture together. And then we're going to add our snowflakes. Just got to figure out, should our snowflakes be in our ocean mist color? Because remember, the ocean mist is just a little bit darker than our background, because we did lighten up our background a bit. Should we do it in ocean mist so it kind of blends in with the background? Or should we darken them up just a little bit, maybe like a little bit of black in it, or even a little bit of that farmhouse blue mixed in with our ocean mist? So ocean mist or a little darker. Or white. Oh, we could do that. I didn't even think about that. Duh. We could also do white snowflakes. Okay, so how about ocean mist or white? I'll look at your comments in a second. Trying to paint around the buttons. All right, doing a second coat of white, just to make sure I don't see any of that blue in the background. Okay, let's see. Hi, ocean mist, but a little darker. You think the ocean mist, but a little darker versus bright white? Or do you think we should do white? Or a mix. We could always do a mix of the two. Okay. So I believe we should be done with the white. So now we have painted him in, okay? Hope you don't get caught watching. Okay. I even still have some of that what we made. I could just add a little bit of the farmhouse blue to that mix, and we could do that. All right, first I need to let this dry. Then we're going to wax it. Okay, and then I could probably sand up a little bit more on the edges right now. I don't know where my little sanding block is at though. I think Robert has it. I have this one. Hold on, I think I have the refill pieces for the little yellow one I have somewhere. Over here. Are you over here? No, we're not over here? Oh. Okay, well, I must have moved them. Owie. Alright, well, we're just going to have to stick with that one. Oh, hey, that's where that is. That's cool. Good to know. I'm like finding all kinds of things, y'all. another set of these brushes in here? I didn't even know that. Ooh. I have some etching cream in there. Oh, look here. I found a couple of the sandpaper pieces from it. It's working. I'm not sure which one's going to work better, but let's try it. Oops, I feel like this take off too much. All right, let's go back to this. Although it was a slower process, I feel like it gave us a better result. I'm like, what other thing do I have that I could scrape? Goodness. Oops, I just flicked that. All right, let's try this again. Maybe if I just do it lightly, I'll be okay. We're gonna get it at some point. My arm hurts. I'm like trying to put some pressure on it and then pull. Okay, now I'm just sitting here and scrubbing back and forth. Pretty much. Trying to make it look like it was all on purpose. I'm just running out of scraping space here. It's working though. Just might have to use your muscles. Oh gosh darn it, that was over the R. That was not what I meant to do. Ugh. I'll just go back over it with the black when I... No biggie. But gosh darn it. Well, I think that is going to be good. Check it out. Hopefully, I might be able to get a little bit more off, like to make it look, but I just need that other sander. I don't think Robert's watching me because he didn't hear me. Unless he hears me now. Babe, if you're watching, can you bring me the little yellow sander, please? All right, let us wax. And then we're just going to do the little, what are those thingies called? Oh, I need to paint the sand. The snow. I totally forgot. I need to paint the snow that he's sitting on. How did I forget that? Yeah, the Waverly is good. Okay. So we did some white there. I would say you could do something with a little bit of glitter in it if you wanted. All right, we'll leave it like that. Let's try. Boo, I guess he's not watching. Okay. I'm almost wondering, should I have done this first one then? Not in white. Should we have done it in blue? That looks okay, right? I think it still looks okay. Alright, you guys. Give me a little heart there if you think he's coming out pretty cute. Even with our little mishap, you know. Happy accidents like, what is it? Bob Ross. Y'all, I was about to say Bob Marley, and I was like, that is not the right Bob. Happy accidents. Oh my gosh. Hi, Vero. Hi, Nancy. Thanks, Yvonne. Oh, gosh. To make all the cute... I know. And I just want to keep making more. So for sure you need one for the 3, okay? You need one for a snowman. You need one for... or 2, because I'm going to make a girl snowman too, okay? That way you have 2 of them. And then you could do the back sides, you could turn into pumpkins. I haven't figured that out because of the hats, like how to make something that's the same on the other side. That way you could just super glue them on. Honestly, all of mine are kind of just a one-sided thing. It's not really a double-sided. You're going to have to get creative with creating the other side. Okay, so we've got 2 snowmen. Okay, you need 1 to cut apart, so that's 3, right? If you don't do the snowman double-sided, you're going to need 1 for the haunted house, which has a witch's hat. So you either make it removable so you can use the other side, or just you need another one. Then you need 1 for the pumpkin with the fall words, and then you need 1 for the sunflower pumpkin. Again, I think the sunflower pumpkin and the fall words pumpkins you could potentially do on the back of the snowman if you make his hat removable, right? But then you would have to add the pumpkin stem on the top too. So you're gonna have to figure that part out. You could probably just like paint the background, paint the back of his hat to make it like paint a stem in it, and then paint the other side whatever color your leaner is setting up against your porch, and just like make it camouflage. Yes, the haunted house too. Okay, let's wax this now that we're done with that. I have wax. Where is the wax? Here it is. I was going to do the haunted house today, and I totally forgot. I haven't even done this last one. So we're going to do this one. All right, I did wax the R because I do need to fix that, and then I'm going to wax the outsides here as well as our snowman, because we're going to need to add the snowflakes. All right, if we're going to do the snowflakes, we're going to add a little bit of our farmhouse blue here. Just a little bit. That's probably too much. We're gonna darken it up just a teeny tiny bit. But I think I need more ocean mist. So let's add more ocean mist so that way this color is done and it's ready to go. All right, and we added a little bit of farmhouse blue in here. It is just a little bit darker than our background now. Which I think it'll be good. If we need to make a darker one, we can. But I think that might be good. Okay? I know. Ah! A bank loan. I'm sorry. Only buy the things you like. Only buy the things you want. The things that make you happy. Okay, here we go. We're going to add black. So cute. I kind of wish I would have done his scarf in a little bit lighter color, but it's all good. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to fix this one tiny part on his scarf into that farmhouse blue color. And then we're just going to add the snowflakes, you guys. I love it all. I'm sorry. I know, all the things are just super cute, aren't they? I mean, I try not to do things unless they're super cute. Or I try not to show you guys unless they're super cute, right? Okay. Just that small part there. Okay, so now I am going to actually cover the bottom part, or the top part. I'm going to cover the top part that we did in black so I can wash it all at one time. But now I'm going to go on and I'm going to do the snowflakes. Okay, so let's get myself a multi-tool here. All right, I'm just really focusing again. Okay, let's dry these two areas. Let's get some more paste, and let's go with here. Let's do this way. How am I going to do it this way? Kind of just doing it in sections at a time. Ooh. All right, check it out. You can see the little snowflakes on the sides. Thank you, Tracy. All right, let's see. Let me turn this around. And I'm going to see if I can just try and get maybe there. All right. There's one part. Let's see if we can quickly get another part. All right. Again, let's dry. I'm going to try and get this middle part done real quick. I'm trying to do it before it like dries in the silk screen as well. So that's why I was kind of going in a few sections at a time. Like using like 3 or 4 snowflakes at a time. And then just moving to another section on the transfer. So like here I could probably just do, I don't know. I might just try for this. We're just gonna go for it and see. Hope it sticks. That's good enough. All right, so I have 2 more snowflakes not used. And I'm gonna use those to like in the inside real quick. Okay, hi Mary. Hi Carmela. Hi Julie. Thank you, Mary. I meant to say thank you. All right, let's see. All right, y'all. I think that's gonna be just about it. I was gonna try and get some like maybe a little I could do like half of one in there. Oh, that didn't look that great. Okay, I think I'm good. Thank you. All right. Okay, let me clean this up. We're gonna clean our transfer real quick. I should have cleaned off this squeegee. right after I use it, because then it just gets a little bit difficult to clean off. But if you have some squeegees, like a bunch of them, because typically I do have a bunch of squeegees that have like paste on it that are dried up, just put them in a little cup with some Dawn dish soap and it'll come right out, okay? All right. So like I have these paste stir sticks. I can just put them in some Dawn dish soap with some water and the paste just falls right off. They're so easy to clean after you do that. I do have a little cup that I leave for, typically I leave for paste or stir sticks that I just didn't get a chance to clean yet, or some paint brushes that I accidentally left with, you know, stuff on it. All right, let's go ahead and spray this. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yes. That Dawn, sorry if you could hear me swallow my coffee because my mic is right here. I'm sure that was weird. I didn't even think about that this whole time. That's funny. Whoops. My bad. All right. I am just going to wipe this down with a baby wipe real quick, just to get off some of that paste, since I already got, you know, these baby wipes are already dirty. All right, now we can go in and clean it. Front and back. I need to fill up my water bottle today. All right. Okay, guys. Well, again, comment winter is the keyword for today. That way it will give you more information about, you know, where you can get the porch cleaner, and then also the add-ons, which I will have more add-ons available tomorrow. So just go grab your porch cleaners. I did post them all in the broadcast channel, so if you're not in the broadcast channel, get there. You might be able to see previous posts in the broadcast channel, and if so, just scroll up. You'll see all of the porch cleaners that I'm going to add tomorrow. Or the add-ons for the porch cleaners, I should say. Need to go to the bus stop? No problem. Bye. I ordered this transfer. It is super cute. I love this little transfer. When I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, that's adorable. So I wanted to put it on, you know, like t-shirts for the kids for sure. All right, I am just trying to get in here on these snowflakes and really clean them out, because I could see a little bit of paste was still stuck in them. So hopefully that is much better now. Oops. Again, whenever you're cleaning, you just want to be sure everything is out of the silk screen. All right, it's okay if it stains it. That's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt the transfer. You're just focusing on if it's clogged or not. Okay, and if it looks like it's clogged, then clean it back on both sides, because you just don't know what side is going to help push it through. All right, so that is done. It is clean. It is ready to be used again. Once we're ready, let's bring this in. Here's this and our stand. Okay. Cleaned up just a bit. All of these paintbrushes need to be washed. I am tossing my color trays because, you know, I just don't want to clean them. That's why I bought the extras. And forgets. Okay. I know, I loved that one. No, I don't use Dawn on my transfers. I don't recommend it either. The staining isn't a big deal. The power wash, though, can take the adhesive off on the back. So, just water. Just water is recommended. If you need to, like if you don't have a board eraser, the other thing you can use is Clorox wipes. It's fine, but I still don't even like using Clorox wipes. I don't know. Every now and then I will save my color trays. Like I don't throw all of them away. It just really depends. Like one of those I could have saved, but I just grabbed them both. Oops. One of them I could have saved and wiped it off. Like this one's like completely covered. I don't care to clean it. But I do sometimes. If I have like a giant bowl, sometimes I'll have a giant bowl next to me and I'll have Dawn dish soap in it with some water. I'll just drop them in there. But if I don't have that cup, I do have this other little cup. I could have put them in there. But if you want to, you know, I have used the power wash to clean my ink mat, so it doesn't quite take off the adhesive, so you may be fine. I don't know, maybe you will be fine. I was just trying to think of it a little bit more. I was just worried because Dawn, you know, like it takes grease off, like if it soaks in it. So I don't know, I just sit and I think like, I don't know. But then I've used it for my ink mats too. So, I mean, maybe it should be fine. I could probably try it with like an older transfer or something. All right, y'all. I don't know about you guys, but I think I am pretty darn happy with how it came out. Even with our little boo-boo that we had there with it coming off. Yeah, but I also wonder, Terry, like if I've cleaned the ink mat with it, I wonder if I cleaned the back of a transfer with that Dawn power wash, if it would strip the adhesive or if it would help reignite the adhesive. So I kind of need to try it. After I said that, I don't clean the transfers with anything but water. I don't even use the Clorox wipes. I do use the baby wipe on the front side just to get like as much gunk off as possible, like the dried paste or whatever. But other than that, I don't use anything else on my transfers but water. So it's kind of hard. Like I said, I just haven't done it before. All right. I told you guys yours will be easier to put in here. I had just made mine a little bit too small. So it might take me a second. Ooh. Or I might just have to redo it. Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of having to redo it right now, I'm just going to sand it down. So if this ever happens, and it doesn't matter who you order from, if you ever get something and it doesn't fit on your stand, let me do this over the trash can. You could sand it down just a little bit. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to need to sand down. I don't know how long or how much actually came off, because the sanding block is not the best sander. I just need like a little mallet. Nope, that's okay. It's stuck in there enough for me to show you guys what it looks like. But like I said, yours will fit and it will fit fine. I just didn't adjust and I forgot to recut it. So I will make another base. Actually, I'm just going to sand it down so that way it works just fine. I'm going to sand down my base, or the bottom of my cutout here. I'm really determined. Why? I don't know. I need my sander. It's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen. Okay? Ugh. I hate when I don't have my things. The haunted house that I created. Terry, put it in the broadcast channel. Did you not see it? I'll show you guys. Okay, well, you know what? You're just going to have to get the picture. Although I am very stubborn and I really want this to work like right now, I have got to get the other one. Okay? Because it's just not going to work. That sander that I have is not a good one. And it doesn't help that I painted it, so like if there's a little bit of paint, it's not gonna do it. Two holes to hang it. If that was it or something else. Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna let it sit there. I'm gonna stop messing with it. I can't help it. Does anybody else get like that? Like, you're just like, no, this is gonna work and it's gonna work now. Because that's me right now. I could just go and get the sander from the garage. I found another sander. I don't know if this one is a little bit thicker. This one's a little bit more, well, the grit is a little harsher. It usually helps a lot more with the electric sander too. Okay. Yo. Ugh. Okay. Oh my gosh, Terry, just say thank you. I know, I'm like, now, I want to do it now. I feel like Violet from Willy Wonka. Yay, how exciting. Okay guys, well here is our last one. This is our snow globe, and this is part of the porch leaner little collection, add-on collection that we've done. This is the top part of the snowman. Oh my gosh, just stay. Stay, right? And then here is our cauldron. This is the middle part that we've done. And then here is the base, which is our pumpkin spice latte. So which one are you loving? On the cauldron, you guys, it does not come with these 2 bottles. If you want those 2 bottles, they are on the apothecary. It is uploaded. It should be under recently added. But you can grab those. But check it out. Which one's your fave? They just came. Ah, how awesome. Yay. So again, we made this from a snowman porch leaner. We just took it apart and did 3 different projects with it. And I love how each of them came out. And so it's really fun. Pushed me a little outside of my like creative zone just to figure out what we could do with them. So I know they're super cute. Well, you better get your another leaner soon then. They are, I did talk to Chalk. They are low. There was only like a certain amount left, and she told me how many they're selling per day. So they won't be available much longer. Okay? Yay! Okay. Well, I'm going to go work on some videos for the other add-ons for the porch leaners because I want you guys to see them all and get as many porch leaners as you need, so that way you can get all of the things. So if you're not on the broadcast channel, make sure you get there and you can go look at the ideas that I have so you have an idea of how many porch leaners you need to grab. I'm going to work on at least 1 today, if not 2. That's my goal. It is already 2 o'clock and I got to get Riley in an hour or so. So we'll see. At least I can try and get through 1 of them, and then maybe work on 1 once she gets home. So, ink. I don't know if I'm explaining it. Ink spec. How do you bring your ink back to life when it gets too, I'm not sure what you mean. So your ink is too sticky? Karen, if you'll send me a video of what it looks like, that may help me a little bit better. Yeah, well, he has my sanding block, my yellow one, my good one. He has it. They're all posted in the broadcast channel. I posted all the options. So there's going to be, there is the Grateful, Thankful, Blessed one with like fall one. There is another pumpkin one with sunflowers. There is a haunted house one. It's pumpkins, but it's a haunted house pumpkin leaner. There is a snowman, but I'm going to make him a girlfriend. So there should be 2 snowmen. So 5 so far. I have not been able to post anything in the craft stash just yet. I did have to create like a private collection for you guys to be able to just go in and grab them, because if I just post, I have to post a link, right? I can't just say, hey, who wants it? Whoever hearts it first, because I can't monitor that. So I actually have to create a link for it. But if there's something where there's multiples, right? I can't just post one link. I have to post like 5 links. So instead of doing that, I'm working on posting one link, and that one link will have all 5 options. So I do have some stuff in the works. I think the first one I'll probably post will be some transfers, some retired transfers that didn't come back out today. So it's starting to get dry. Okay, just spray some water in it and you should be good. If it starts to get really dry, what I do is I just spray some water and I close the lid and it's fine. Like if it's really dry, just spray water in it every single day until it gets to a consistency where you can stir it. It really does work. Yeah, I'm going to go take it to Robert. I'm just going to go sand it down with the electric sander and then put it back into this. I do have a leaner for the base as well. I'll have that posted tomorrow. So we did a base for the Nutcracker. We'll do a base for this one as well. I did not get around to doing one for the carrot from Easter spring, but if you still need that one, I will work on it. I just didn't get a chance to do it. I would like to get just hands and shovel. Gotcha. Send me a message. Is that? Yes, the ink for the shirts. You can still add water to it. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yes, you can buy bases. Yeah. So I'll have the add-ons as one, and then I'll have the bases as one. The only ones that come with the base is the set of 3 add-ons, okay? Because each individual one's different. So the big base for the main pumpkin will be a little different, but you can buy as many of those bases as you need. Okay? Yeah, no problem. No, you're okay. All right. Okay, yo. Comment winter, hit the heart button for me, please. Do that. Be sure you get into Bree's Craft Stash. What else? Go shop, because today they added a lot more stuff to the sale. And then be sure to grab this Hello Winter transfer if you don't have this one. I think this one's perfect for the snow globe. I think that's it. Okay. Oh, there are some paste also for sale. Glow-in-the-dark paste is on sale. Ocean Mist is on sale, so go grab Ocean Mist. I feel like I need to clean up the lines a little bit there. I'll do that. I'll do it later, after I go sand this together. Okay, guys. Bye. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later. Oh, tomorrow we're going to have a live sale. I'll post more information. We'll have a live sale at 6 o'clock tomorrow, Central Standard Time. And then I will see my club members for club night at 7. So it's going to be great. Okay? All right, y'all. Bye. Have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye.